Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Eden's Fun Crochet. I'm Eden, and this is a podcast where we talk about everything crochet. Speaking of not everything crochet, I'm thinking in the back of my head that I might want to learn how to knit. And I have these knitting needles, but I have no idea what I would make. So if you have any suggestions, comment below. Okay, let's get started. Finished objects. Okay, so I mentioned this one last time. This was my my patterns book. So I have like all my patterns shoved in here. Not my patterns, but patterns that I get online and buy and stuff. So I crocheted this cover for it and I added textures. So there's like scrubby yarn and then like eyelash yarn. Put some over here. There was more. Where's the other one? Did it make it on the inside? Oh, it made it on the inside. So this one, you can't really see it, but it's like just soft yarn. So the texture is different. And then more eyelash yarn. But yeah, so I finished that. So that's finished object number 1. And then, so I'm going to Oregon at the beginning of June. And we're just going up to see my grandparents. And they, for their age, they're like super healthy. And they don't, anyway. So we're going to go see them in June. And so it's going to be my family and then my mom's twin sister. Anyway, there's going to be about 20 of us, which is still like in the limits of 25 people or less. But anyway, I decided, I was like, I want to crochet everyone something. But I didn't know what I could crochet for everyone that was like, that I could do in 2 weeks. So I decided to make everyone a hat in the middle of June. But we're going to wear it for pictures, then everyone can take it off. But I actually tend to be cold-blooded. I mean, look at this. I'm wearing a cardigan and a hat. And it's like 70, 80 degrees outside. But it's also like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to get hotter. Excuse me. Anyway, so I've made like 5 hats, so I'm a little behind, but it's okay. So I have this one. I made a purple one. It's not very soft, but some of them are really soft. And I made this pink one, and they're all exactly the same, just in different colors. And this orange one, and this brown one, and this green one. And then my mom made this yellow one. Okay, so fun story. Wow, this looks really pastel on the camera. Fun story. So, I think I talked a little bit about this before, but when I was 10, 11, my mom tried to teach me how to crochet. It didn't work very well. So my mom's teaching style is like over here, and my learning style is like over here. And so whenever she tries to teach me something, we clash hard. Even when I was in college and she tried helping me with my homework, it's just, I mean, we get along just fine. But some reason, when she tries to teach me something, it just, words fly. Anyway, so my grandma ended up teaching me, but I had learned a lot from my mom, but it was frustrating and I couldn't quite get it. And so I couldn't wrap my mind around it. So my grandma ended up in 2 minutes I got it. So my mom was really the one to teach me how to crochet. she hasn't crocheted in years. And I like ran with it, obviously. And I taught her how to make a hat. Who knew 10 years ago that we would come full circle and I would be teaching her how to crochet? But it was really, excuse me, it was really easy teaching her because she already kind of knew what she was doing. I just had to be like, crochet in the back loops. And she like, back loops. And I had to remind her what the back loops were. And then like the V's, she had a hard time figuring that out. She's like, wait, so I don't put a chain in between the V's? No, you don't. So just little things like that. And then I had to stop her on the pom-pom because she kept cutting and cutting and cutting. And I was like, okay, that's enough. Quit it. But anyway, so this is the hat she made. Oh, wow, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Okay. I think that's all. Oh, and I finished the socks. I'll insert a picture, either here at the end, I'm not sure. But I'll insert a picture of the socks that I finished. She loved them. It was amazing. She wore them the entire time she was here. And they fit into her shoes. So my brother, he told me that she was a size 6. She was a size 8. But they still fit her. I mean, they're snug, but they fit her. And then, so my best friend, Josie, she always tries to get me to make her things, and then I'm always like, no, make it yourself, because she crochets. She crocheted before I met her, but not like she does now. So I influenced her life for the better, because crochet makes everyone's life better. Anyway, so I made a shawl. I can never remember the name of it. It's not Birmingham, and it's not graham cracker. It's somewhere in between. Hamburg. It's a Hamburg. I should remember, like, hamburger. Hamburg. Got it. Anyway, I made a Hamburg shawl, the orange and purple one, which I ordered a shawl pin for that matched it, like, perfectly on Etsy, and it never came. So we'll see. I might have to get a different one. But she gave me this yarn. It kind of looks like it would be kind of scratchy, but it's like so soft, so soft. I can't stop touching it. So she got me this yarn to make her a shawl. Because I told her, I was like, I'll make you one if you buy the yarn. So I haven't started it yet just because I've been like whipping out these hats. I'm a little behind. I started another one, but I was supposed to finish it yesterday because I like mapped it out. I have like my little notebook and I like wrote like the little calendar and then I like marked when I needed to have a hat done by to make sure that I have 20 by the time we leave. And it's okay because it's like a 14-hour drive. 14, 16? I think it's a 16-hour drive. I don't know, but there's 3 of us, 3 adults going. Me, my brother, and my mom. And we'll be like switching turns as we go. So it's going to be one continuous. We're not going to stop anywhere because all the campgrounds are still closed in Oregon. So we're just going to drive, which I love driving at night. So I'll probably be the one driving once it gets dark. But I'll have that whole time that I'm not driving to crochet. So if I don't finish my hats by the time we leave, I could probably whip 1 or 2 out on the way there. And I think she said it would take you pictures the first day. Darn it. Anyway, so, because it's like a 2-day thing. We're going to be there for 2 days. And then the 3rd day, we're going to drive up and see my friend in Washington. Maybe. We don't know yet. Anyway. Yeah, I haven't really actively been working on anything else. I did decide I've been looking at these cute pictures of like crocheted earrings, and I had this like jewelry face. So I have lots of faces. Like I pick something up and I run with it for like a month and then I drop it. So my mom, she refuses to buy me anything. Like I'm always like, oh, look at this huge kit of these loom rubber bands. She's like, okay, and then I buy it and then I never end up using it. And so now she refuses to buy me anything. But like I crocheted for 7 years before she bought me crochet hooks. Like a crochet hook set. And yeah, I got this. I did jewelry for a while. I did jewelry for 2 years, and she bought me this like jewelry, like this beads organizer, and it's like one of those nice ones, which I never thought she would actually get for me. And then I used it for like 2 weeks, and then I kind of got more into crochet again. So, like, I've never really stopped crocheting, but there are definitely times where I crochet more than others. Anyway, I keep looking up there because that's where my beads are. What was I saying about my beads? Oh, right. I used to do jewelry. And so jewelry still has a place in my heart because I did it for so long. It was like one of the longest phases that I had that I've grown out of. And sometimes I pull it out and do something, but I don't really wear a lot of my jewelry that I wear is super simple. And then my bracelets, like I wear 10 bracelets, but I'm more into like the fabric ones than the bead ones. Like this is probably the beadiest one I have, and they're like super tiny. And they're amethyst. But if you look at my wrist, this is, I used to have like all my bracelets. I have a ton of bracelets, and I wore them all the time. And half of them, like, you couldn't get off. So they just stayed there until I took them all off. Anyway. What was I saying? I go on, like, these tangents, and then, like, I watch, the Cozy Cottage Crochet, and she goes on these tangents, but she always brings it back right where she left off without even, like, thinking about it. And I can't do that. I applaud her for that because I like go off on these tangents and then I'm like, what was I talking about? I just had one of those moments. Anyway, so I've been seeing these cute little crochet earrings and jewelry and stuff, and I'm like, I want to do that because it like mashes jewelry and crochet, and I think that'd be so cool. And they're smaller, so they don't take as much time to do, but they're also smaller like hooks and stuff. But it's like I saw these grinding squirt earrings, so it would be like the same time as like making a grinding squirt, but tiny, and then you put it on an earring loop thing, which I have some, but I will need more. But anyway, I don't know, I keep saying anyway. That was exactly what I meant to talk about. And someone in my neighborhood, this cute little old lady, she gave me bags of yarn. I've started putting it on my shelf, but it's not very organized and everything's a mess. So I'll probably spend the day cleaning that instead of catching up on my hats. But yeah, this yarn is so soft. I keep touching it with my face because it's just so soft. Let's pray I don't have the coronavirus, because if I do, she'll probably get it. Just kidding. I don't have it, I swear. So thank you for hanging out with me today and watching my crochet podcast, episode 9. I think so. I'm not sure. Thank you for watching. And subscribe if you haven't. Support me and subscribe because you know you want to. And I will see you next week.